Now, how many of you have been trading for a period of time, or maybe some of you have just started trading and you're already blowing through account after account after account? Maybe you've went from one channel to the next channel. You're scouring the internet, trying to find a holy grail or a system that may work to where you can become profitable or consistent, right? Now, the issue with most traders is that 90% or more are affected by some means of psychological barrier, okay? And that's something that you have to work, from on the inside and figure out yourself. It could be fear. It could be the fact is that you have a greed issue, you overtrade or revenge trade, whatever that may be. But what I want to talk about today is the lessons that most traders out here need to really understand and kind of know when to shut it off and find something that really works for you. And what I want to say is finding a system or strategy, a program, or a trading plan that works for you so that you can become consistently profitable. Stop falling for all the glitz and glamour out there that you see across the internet, people flashing, big homes and cars and saying that how you can make $100,000 or $1 million overnight by doing this, following this strategy. You have to put in the real hard work if you want to make this system or any strategy as a whole when it comes to trading futures, make it work, right? And I talk about taking baby steps in so many different videos. Okay. Yeah. I talk about making how you can make $500 a day or $1,000 a day, but that only comes with time of building up your account. If you're a beginner trader, someone out there watching right now, I know we have a variety of different traders probably watching this video, mostly probably inexperienced, but take your time in building your account, especially if you have or you're limited with the amount of capital. Trade the micro starting off with, okay? Now, when it comes to strategies or systems, you're going to have to find something that works, all right? I'm not bashing or saying anyone else's program or strategy out there. They don't work, and maybe your style or the personality of who you are may, a certain system or strategy may work for you versus someone else. Because my perspective of how I trade or the way that I actually trade may not work for every single person, but it may work for a lot of other individuals just as well. So you have to find something that works for you, okay? I remember when I first started that the first 2 years I struggled. I was up and down in profits, losing trades, making money. It was a vicious cycle to where at the end I really wasn't making anything at all. I'm sure a lot of you probably have experienced that just as well because this is tough stuff. And you'll find in time that the true way to actually trade is understanding. I'm telling you this is from a naked chart. That's where I went back to my roots and I started there and I figured out what I was doing wrong. Being able to master that one concept, what I always talk about, market structure, price action. Those two coupled together will make you or help you become a proven, consistent, daily profitable day trader as well, especially in the future markets. Okay, so stop following those so-called gurus out there that are just pushing all the fancy stuff and flashing it in front of your eyes and saying, making you feel like you can obtain that overnight. All right. Lots of them probably aren't traders at all. They're simply just making video content, getting the views. I'm not all about the views. I'm not about really trying to help individuals out here out and providing and making this video content. That's why I make so much of it, video content, because the strategy and system, how I trade, it works. We have consistent and profitable traders that are part of the Discord community, part of the private community who are also ultra elite members as well. Or elite members, which you can join that if you choose to. The link is down in the description. So the video content, I'm not out here to, dig into anyone's pockets and start charging, $70, $80, $100,000 for a program or for a trading system or anything like that. I'm simply just trying to make video content that works and helps and reaches out to the masses of people to show them that trading is hard, but it can become simple and easier along the way. Okay. Also, well, I want to say this too. A lot of you are just flipping from channel to channel to channel or from outlet to outlet, trying to look for signal alert groups, I guess you call them. I don't do that here. I'm not here to, hold someone's hand in the sense of giving them the answer. I'm here to show you a way so that you can basically feed yourself in the end and help yourself out, because there's no greater means if I sit here and I just provide you all the signals, all the zones, where I take my trades from, how is that going to help you in the end? You have to learn. Just the same way you did when you are a child coming up, going through, primary to secondary school. Some of you probably furthered your education just as well. You've got to learn something to become something, right? And to go, and that's the way where that's what you need to get you where you want to be, right? Simply giving things out or looking for opportunity with someone just providing you say a honey hole in a sense to where they're just constantly shooting things or signals out to you. I mean, if you want to pay for that, that's up to you. More likely, they're not probably always going to work, maybe 60%, 50% of the time. I'm not sure. But I'm here to stress a strategy and talk about how I personally trade, a system that works if you consistently know how to trade it and it doesn't take a lot or it involves a lot in doing so. But that video today is not about the strategy, okay? I'm here to talk about 2 trading rules that really will transform you as a person, okay? One in which can help you become a profitable futures trader just as well, okay? So what I want to say is this, all right? Don't overload yourself, number one, with a lot. This is rule number 1, a lot of different trading indicators. And in all honesty, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you go and use a naked chart, when I say that, nothing on it at all, understanding, mastering market structure, and understanding the concept of price action, that is the key to this all. That's what's going to help you see which way and know which way you should be trading and help you understand, what type of trades you should be taking. I trade a simple, strategy all surrounding supply and demand. And what is that? Looking for key zones or levels where the market is making aggressive or having lots of momentum or aggressive buying or selling to the upside or downside. Okay. That's what we're looking for. That's what price action is. We're looking for on the charts where the banks and institutions are making their moves, and we want to trade with them, not against them. Okay. That's step 1 or rule number 1 there when it comes to the trading rule that governs the way I trade and which helped me transform and change my whole mindset and the way that I look at things now. Now, you can do that just as well simply by putting in the work is what I want to try to say, okay? So, again, you don't need a bunch of indicators. The only indicator that I actually use is the volume profile. I'll talk about that here a lot on the channel, have multiple videos surrounding it. Talk about buying the lows and selling the highs, all right? At a particular zone. I don't just jump into a trade, looking at here, the volume profile. I'm looking, say, for example, like right here, where there's a nice area of supply at. I'm looking to see, is the market pulling back on a retracement to this zone here, which is a supply zone, aggressive selling, we're bearish to the downside, and I'm looking to take a trade. I said sell the highs, right? Above an area of a high volume node to take a trade going back down. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You don't need all the MACDs and RSIs, all those various tools that, programmers or companies create to try to get you to 1, buy into the platform, or 2, buy something that you can merge in or import in that other third-party companies are using. I'm not saying that they don't work, but one thing I'm going to tell you about them, they do lag. They move way behind price, and you will see that the more that you become experienced and spend time on the actual charts. I know as a beginner trader, you might not quite understand it or believe it, but when you spend time on those charts, you'll see, wow, price has already moved and made this move, and the indicator hasn't moved quite yet at all. That's why I use volume. Volume is everything, because without volume, the market isn't pushing, it isn't driving, and without volume, we cannot trade because we're trading in the dark without volume. Okay. Now, do I need the volume profile? No, because price action is king. It is the number 1 rule. Is what governs, again, the way that I actually trade. I can simply look at structure and understand what the market is doing. Following price action, again, will help me get into the type of trades that I need to get into. So if you're truly looking for what most of you are out there scouring the internet for, a holy grail indicator that's going to help you out, it's going to be price action. Okay. Yeah. It's not one that you can purchase or add to your chart. Simply, price action is your indicator that's going to help you become successful. All right. Coupling that with with market structure. Okay. So as I mentioned, my first 2 years, I struggled with, trading. Okay. Especially, in the future markets. But when I figured out how to truly trade, just simply understand it and mastering the concept of price action and market structure, I no longer had to go work a 9-to-5 job ever again. I worked now for myself for the last 12 years and consistently profitable in doing so. And this is the reason why several years ago when I started this channel, I told myself that I wanted to do it for one reason only, and was to share something that would hopefully transform or help people further, in their own life, provide a means to where they can possibly have an outlet to make additional income, or possibly shift from working and starting a business of their own and becoming their own boss, and be able to do so and spend more time with their families. And you can work, wherever you are at or choose to be at across the world. So this is what has helped me transform, and this is what has helped me not have to go back to a 9-to-5 job. Your own boss. I mean, this is what trading futures allows you. Okay, but there's a lot to learn to it. Of course, you already know that. You have to understand, how to read these charts correctly. The markets move differently depending on the actual market. But if you understand market structure and can read price action, then you can trade any particular market. I'll say that now. Now, price action is extremely important. Why? Because the fact is that if you don't understand how to follow it, then how are you going to know, what setups to take, what zones or levels to actually trade from, how to be able to read the sentiment or the volume or momentum within the market. If you're looking for the market, you see how you're going to know when it shifts. How are you going to know if we're moving in a bullish direction or a bearish direction? So you just can't take trades on the market's pulling back, let me take a trade going short. All right, you have to know what you're looking at and where from the moment that you want to take a trade, or an area you want to take a trade from, where to take it to. Okay, so let's go on to the next rule that I want to talk about here on the channel that has really helped, shift and change my mindset when it comes to trading futures, and why this has worked out for me. All right, so the second rule is going to be, knowing the correct amount to trade with. Okay, meaning should I be trading with one contract, two contracts, or also should I be trading the micros or E-minis? Now, if you're a beginner trader, no experience, you're just starting off, definitely be demo and simulating until you can prove yourself that you can be consistent. Then move forward, and I would trade definitely the micros. Okay, now I'm not here to tell anyone what to do with their capital and what to trade and how much to trade, but I'm just telling you, if you really want to grow an account, whether it's a small account or a large size account, and you don't have much experience, definitely start with the micros so you can prove yourself, because it's the difference of going and trading in demo and simulation to switching over to trading live. Okay, major difference. Okay, not just that, but the whole psychological aspect of it. The green light turns on because now you got real money on the line. All right, so trading micros is the best way to do it, because if you can prove yourself that you are in demo and simulation consistent, and just as well trading with live money, trading micros, then you can move on to the bigger opportunities like the E-minis. All right, now when it comes to the size that a person should actually be trading, I always talk about like a 5 to 6% rule, as far as having using that as a risk parameter. Never trading more than 5 to 6% of your actual account. All right, that'll help you stay in the game longer, even if you take a loss. All right, so and then you can start scaling up as your account starts to grow. Then you can start scaling up from there, or keep the same. Definitely keeping the same risk parameter of only 5 to 6%. But what you'll find out is that as your account size grows, let's say you had a $1,000 account, trading 5% or 6% of that, and then now you're at 10,000, or now you're at 50,000. So to say from there, 5 to 6% looks different, right? So that helps move things further along to where, all right, month one is going to be different than month two, because the more your account size starts to grow from month to month to month, the gains are going to start to increase just as well. And maybe your target where you want to be in 6 months or a year is really going to start rolling. It starts snowballing after the first couple months. First 2 or 3 months, you're just kind of building that small account up, but then it really starts to kind of take off using that 5 to 6% rule. I know month one, it's a little struggle, but if you go back and watch some of the videos where I talk about growing a $500 account or $1,000 account, using that 5 to 6% rule, you'll see how quickly you can actually happen, because I break it down in terms of consistent profits, small profits on a daily basis of only like 50, 60, or $100 a day, but it really starts to add up at the end of the month, to where in month two, that's where you can start to see a little bit more, a larger difference. And then from there, things really start, snowballing from there. So sizing with the right amount of capital is extremely important when you're definitely starting with a small account. I do not recommend anyone out there dumping a lot of money into their broker account if you are just starting off and you're not experienced. Okay, trust me when I say this, or you'll find out the hard way. All right, a lot of you will blow your own personal accounts, because that's what I trade. Some people, I know traders out there, they use prop firms and they're using funded accounts that way. And I see people Funded today, not funded tomorrow. I know it's hard when it comes to those prop firm companies out there, because they have a set of rules that you have to follow by, and that's the struggle behind it. When you trade your own personal account, the only rules you have is what you have written down on your trading plan. But when you're trading, through the means of a prop firm with having a funded account, they have a different set of rules. And once you fall outside of those parameters or their gauges or measurements, then I guess whatever happens with that account, depending on the actual company itself, you may be stripped of that funded account, or you may quickly blow that account, or whatever the case is. But I don't know. I've heard so many different stories. I don't know the ins and outs about them all, but I know some are better than others based on what I hear. But for anyone out there who is trading prop firm money and you're making money that way, please do yourself the biggest favor. Take your proceeds, your funds that you are making in profits, and then start building up for your own personal account. That's where you're going to find your greatest means of success, is having your own personal account. So those are two major rules that I would definitely say have helped, change my outlook, my mindset in terms of trading futures. For one, is not overloading and using a bunch of indicators. You don't need it, really, be honest with you. Trading from the naked charts, getting yourself experience and knowing what to look for. Just you and the charts, nothing else on there kind of interfering and saying, okay, when this crosses, having the green light, red light syndrome, that type of stuff by looking at all the indicators. You don't need them, okay? Be honest with you. And then secondly, making sure that you're using or trading with the right size capital, and scaling or allowing yourself to grow at a decent slow pace with your account. Okay, don't over leverage. Have a set risk parameter rule for yourself, 5 to 6%. Some of you may use less than that, and that's good, because that's going to help you hold on to your money even tighter. Okay, but outside of that, that's all I want to do, was share that bit of information from me to you today, touching maybe some minds out there, or those that are interested or struggling to keep their account, or struggling to find an edge within these markets. Please spend some time watching the videos here on this channel. Please give the strategy here on the channel a try. We've got successful traders that are part of our Discord community. You can come over. The community is definitely free. Look down in the description portion of this video, or kind of move down, scroll down. You'll see a link there for the Discord. It's free to join. Anyone out there that wants to become a elite member, part of the private community, where I really go into detail, as if you're sitting right next to me, breaking trades down. So what I do is I post my trades on Discord, okay? All right, the ones that I take. But then I go back and I break them down for the private community, so that you grasp an understanding why I took that trade in reference to market structure, price action, what I'm looking at, the type of zone I was looking at, whether it was a demand or supply zone, where to place your stop loss, where to place your profit target. Okay, those are the trade breakdowns. If you become an ultra elite member, you receive everything from tier 1, tier 2, trickles over into tier 3. So there's going to be 3 tiers that pop up. The link is down in the description portion of the video. If you click the link that says ultra elite supporter, that link there, 3 tiers are going to pop up. Make sure to choose the third one if you want the trade breakdowns, the video playlist, the market structure video, which is a great video for and has helped lots of people out. Also want to receive the live recorded trading sessions to where I'm trading live and I'm recording it and I'm breaking things down from my perspective, so that you can understand and go back and be able to. It helps, okay? It's like a I don't know, a course outline, or a kind of just walking you through each day from my mindset, what I'm looking at, and it helps a lot of people out that way. But you also encompasses and shows you within it the actual trades that I take and post over in Discord, so you can see me take those trades, and I talk about where to place stop loss and the profit area which I'm looking for, things of that nature. So that has helped a lot of people out just as well. You also receive the market recap videos, where I go back on most days and I recap the the market content, as far as what took place. Also looking into the afternoon session to see possible areas where trades I didn't take, because I don't trade the afternoon session, but just other areas of possibilities of entries or trades that could have been taken just as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You get the trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, market structure videos, live recorded trading sessions, and the market recap videos, all for $14.99 a month, which is like 49 to 50 cents on the day. Okay, so it's a great way to really grasp an understanding of the strategy itself. It's additional video content. There's so much video content there. for anyone that may need it. I'm not saying you do or you don't, but for pennies on the dollar a day, it has transformed and helped a lot of people out there out. So again, the link is down below if you're interested in joining. But outside of that, that's all I have. If you're not a current subscriber, please take the time to sub by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Make sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss any of the uploaded content. And last but not least, if this video has kind of helped or reached out to you in any kind of way, open your mind up to understanding, some of the, it's letting you know that you don't need all the bells and whistles out there. Okay, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible and let you know the truth in the matter of what's most important. What you really need is to understand it, and how to read these charts is market structure and price action. That's your holy grail to being able to do so. So if this video has helped you out, please make sure to drop a like, click that thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. But that's all I have today, guys. Leave your comments down below. If you're anyone out there who's struggling, if you're someone that's looking for a great strategy, let me know what strategies you're actually, using down in the comment section. If you're trading supply and demand, that's great. What are some of the charts you're trading, whether it's time, tick, or volume charts. But outside of that, that's pretty much all I have, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care.